All right, what's up, my peeps? Today I am at Mrs. Faye's house, my subscriber from YouTube, and I didn't get any type of footage today. I wanted to come over here and really focus on trying to get this yard nice and pretty how I think it deserves to be. So what I'm going to do is I am going to walk around and show you what all I've done. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get to it. All right, so y'all already know the edges are gonna be clean. This week was my first time putting the diagonal cut on the yard, and I am absolutely pleased. Look at those lines. Look at those lines. The lines are as straight as one can get them with the naked eye. The only way you'll be able to get them straighter is if you got some type of eye enhancement. But I sprayed weed killer over here. So I sprayed these cracks right here. The edges along the sidewalk are nice and crispy, as you already know. This bed right here, I edged it with the edger, and then I came back with the weed eater and edged it again. I sprayed the weeds that were in here. There's really no weeds in here at all. Everything is basically dead, which is how I like it. These cracks over here, they had some weeds. I just sprayed those, and they had some dead stuff as well. This ground coverage right here, it is looking absolutely amazing. So I string trimmed it, and then I hit the weeds, the dead weeds that were up in here. I hit them with my string trimmer to knock those down. And as you can see, you can start to see the pine bark that was underneath all of the weeds that were down here. I did not have to trim any bushes today. The bushes still look as good can be. They look absolutely amazing as well. The edge line coming up the walkway is nice and crispy. The weeds that used to be over here have been completely terminated, like completely terminated. So I'm happy about that. These weeds that were over here, they are now dying off, and I mean big time. These weeds that we got right here, I was able to knock them down way smaller than I have been able to in the past couple of weeks. So I knocked them down, I sprayed them with weed killer, and by the time I come over here next week, they should be dead. If not dead, close to it. The weeds that were over here, I sprayed these with weed killer. If y'all can remember, when I first started this yard, there was a lot of weeds up in here and all back there. Most of those have died at this point. As you can see, hopefully it's not too much of a glare, but as you can see, the weeds that are right here coming all the way around are dead. But what I did was I sprayed them with weed killer again anyway, just to make sure I can kill them off. The weeds that were back here, if y'all can remember, it was a gang of weeds back here. It had started to make like an area of grass. I knew it wasn't grass. I knew it wasn't supposed to be there. So what I did was I sprayed everything on that first visit. And then today I came back, I knocked it down, and I sprayed it again. The weeds that are up along the corner of the edge line, I sprayed those as well. I edged it up with my edger. I didn't worry about trying to edge it up with my weed eater because it didn't need it. I sprayed all of these weeds back here. all the way around. Here's the backyard. As you can see, I was able to put some stripes on it, and it looks very fine. It was some weeds up in here, some weeds up in here. I sprayed all of that. It was weeds up in here. I knocked these down, and then I sprayed all of that. Here's the backyard one more time from this angle. And here is the bush that I trimmed up. And there's the bed. That bed is looking amazing at this point. I'm very pleased with that. I was able to put an edge line on it, spray weed killer all the way up under there without damaging the bush itself. And I was able to create an edge or a bed. A bed line. So I'm pleased about that. I said in my previous video that I do not play around AC units, and I just spray them with weed killer. As you can see, there's no weeds, and the weeds that are left are dead. So I'm pleased about that. The driveway is looking fantastic as well. So I'm pleased about that. This side over here, this little area of grass over here is looking good as well. So I'm also pleased about that. Everything has been sprayed. I pulled some weeds. It really wasn't too much to pull, but whatever I saw that needed to be pulled, I went ahead on and I pulled it. Last time I was over here, I cut a little bit too far over, and I wound up going into the neighbor's yard, and I was kind of ticked off about that. Miss Faye, she actually texted me. She was like, try not to go so far over. So this week, I tried not to go so far over, and I think I nailed it this time. But anyway, this is the final look of the entire yard right here. And like I was saying, man, this yard looks amazing. It really does. This is my first time putting the diagonal cut on it, and so because of that, I didn't know if the grass was gonna respond how I would like it. I normally wait a couple of times, so I go left to right, back and forth, and then once I train the grass again, then that's when I start trying to get a little bit more creative and free with how I cut. So the grass responded good. I did go across it twice just to make sure I was getting everything, but I mean, the yard is looking fantastic. It really is. This camera really probably ain't doing it no justice, but it is looking fantastic. So with that being said, my name is Al Smith, and until the next time, I'm out.